All right, so we've got the fresh new triple disc here with the nice new pressure plate and bolts. Flywheel just gone over. All the bolt surfaces were just kind of skimmed and made fresh and new. We got the diamond claw in there. Everything's torqued to 125, nice and tight, looking good here. And so I cleaned off the adapter plate as best I could, and we're gonna go ahead and I got a little bit of smudge there actually. Clean off better. But we're gonna go ahead and get the clutch going on and then get the trans going back in so we can get this guy buttoned up and ready. I think we're gonna try and tune it on the 600. I got a couple button plugs. I gotta do the EGTs there and the back pressure on the front of the manifold, but we're gonna try and get it on the dyno, tune it on the 600, and make some headway. Make sure it's ready for the track and that we're not gonna have a bunch of bugs. We know the car starts, runs, and drives on the 600, but we gotta make sure all of the other little knickknacks are working, you know, the CO2 and the boost control and all that stuff. So most of it's been tested and we know it clicks and clacks and the solenoids and the relays and everything are operating, but we just wanna make sure everything is working properly. All right, so we got the trans back in there with the fresh clutch, mid plate and bar, insurance bar, everything's all tied in, everything's tight. Need to go ahead and do the axles and the shift cables, tighten up the slave and button up all the little stuff, but we're going along really well. And get dinner with my mom tonight, so I think we're gonna call it there, and we'll get this thing finished off tomorrow. We're gonna get the brakes going on the rear of the CRX while we await, and I just got the diff fluid changed, so the diff is restocked, fresh fluid. Swap out these calipers with the little calipers, and then that'll allow me to be able to change and play with the shocks as well. So super excited. Nick's kicking butt, getting Bjorne's hubs all pressed together and taken care of. I don't know what he's doing right now. It's kind of scary looking. All right, so Nick's taking the studs out. Steven's getting onto his next cage, and I'm just getting this thing all set up. So right now, we're dialing in the distance. So right now, you see it's real tight to the front. So we're gonna add a little bit of washer and try and get that gap real nice. So less friction. We don't want to be dragging all the time. All right, let's do this thing. All right, so that's much more dialed in there. Just one washer, nothing crazy. Liking it a lot here. We got Colorado's two baddest H-Series cars outside right now, seeing some sun. Just got the fresh brakes on the back of mine. Still need to do a little bit of work, bedding them in and stuff, but they're on there, it rolls, looks good. Nick's been kicking butt in here. He's got Bjorne's knuckles pretty much all knocked out. Fresh ball joints, wheel bearings, standard studs. Doing the dang thing for my guy. This is awesome. Blake's car looking good. I just did, he's had a quick release store hinges. Well, he bought a kit. I just rigged up and made a new driver's side set. They're not perfect. The EG is definitely slightly different than my CRX. So they aren't perfect. And this bottom one, if you open the door too far, you can't actually get it off, because you see down here it hits the bottom of the door just a little bit. So we kind of ground and did the dang thing, but they do come on and off. getting on, off is pretty easy. It's really just, once you get that bottom pin lined up, then they go on really nice. And they shut pretty nice, smooth. Didn't fully latch, but I didn't even push on it. I just let it, the weight of it shut it. Super sick. Loving it. So today, we've got a lot of stuff to do. I've got some things. I changed around the stuff on the front of the CRX, different spring rates. We're an even 800 all the way around, 800 in the front, 800 in the rear. Shock heights or spring heights are a little different. They're not the same. One's a 10-inch spring, the other is shorter. The fronts have extended top outs now. The extended top outs are on the shortest setting. And we're gonna get a fresh alignment today. So Jared's gonna come by, he's gonna align Blake's real quick. Blake's been getting everything knocked down on his, and he put all the suspension from his green EK onto his car. So now he's just making everything match that and make it all right. So we've got the CRX ready to go, and Jared's gonna be doing the alignment and getting this thing all dialed in. So I'm super stoked. There are some limitations. There's a couple things that are just the way they are, but I need to do some other things and make sure that we don't have any bugs later on the season, and we'll go over that and go through that now. So in here, I need to get inside here, and I need to clearance and just kind of hammer and grind and cut and make that all perfect so that the upper control arm doesn't ever just get stuck there and hit, and because it doesn't unless the front dives really far, really, but it can go up in there, it can get stuck, and I just want to make sure that doesn't ever hit on either side and we don't ever have a problem with that. So we need to go get up there, clearance that, clean that up, and then I made a list. I need to add that to the list unless I knock it out right now, and then I don't need to put it on it. But I made a list of the things I need to get through. Some things I need to get. Most stuff I need to get is on the top, so I need to get a fuel cell and figure that out. I need to get window latches, figure that out. I need to put struts on my wing and get wing struts and figure that out. Window vents, I need to get window vents on the windows. All of the Lexan ones. These ones, the doors and the hatch especially, so that they don't fly off. It doesn't really, I mean, it helps some. It's not really a fix-all, but every little vent helps. So let's get back to it. EGT. Well, I need to install the cowl, and then I need to adjust my catch pan. Those were above the EGTs, but EGT sensors are something I need to get. I have the EGT box. I have the bungs. Just need to get the sensors, back pressure. I need to get the sensor and the canister. I have the hard line and all the stuff to make the, I might even just make it with the compression fittings already, know where I want it to go, because it's just compression fitting a piece of the hard line to where I want it to go, and then a compression fitting on the other end that'll screw into the canister and the fitting out the other side. I need to mount my intercooler. I need to put another, I lost my exhaust tab when I sent everything off to Preston. It's my own fault. So there's a tab that goes, well, there's a bolt that'll bolt to that tab and go to the motor, so the exhaust is tight to the block. So put my exhaust tab on it, roll bearings into the rods. I want to do rod bearings, oil change it, fresh spark plugs. Passenger door needs a handle on the inside. There is no handle currently. Passenger cannot get in or out. I can't get out the passenger side unless I dive out the window. So passenger door handle, passenger side skirt is still being repaired. I need to get that back and on. Then we've got adjust. Yeah, so adjust and bleed the brakes. I put new rear brakes on. I had the lines off of the calipers, and I got new rear calipers on there. So I need to slightly adjust the rear calipers. They need a small washer. I tried not a thick washer, but I tried a washer that I just had a bunch of in my toolbox, so I know I could have 4 of the same one. I could even find you one real quick. I had one of these washers all the way around, and I need about half that height. So we're gonna find that or go to Ace. I need a half distance washer so the brakes just have no rolling resistance. They're barely touching the front pad, I think it is right now, with the wheel tight. So just get that all set up. I think everything back here is pretty dialed in except for this the switch. I need to put that on my list. I need to buy and put a new switch. I'm gonna just put it like right here. Easy peasy, visible, no problems. So then my wires will just reach it. This switch happened to be a dud. It's a bad switch. It happens. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure, go over my list. The back bumper is all attached. The fuel cell stuff, I have the lines all there. They're all ready to go, besides the vent and the fill. But the fill I think is going to be easy. I just got to not nail it all down. And I mean, long term or whatever end game, we may probably, like, the battery may get moved from here, fuel cell right here, and I might have the battery over here, or something vice versa. Like the exhaust may get changed. May have a fuel cell there and battery over here. Really just kind of looking at the corner weights and trying to get everything figured out. Then maybe we don't even fuel cell over there at all, and we have the battery here and we try and do some tank there. I don't know, but there's definitely still, this is not her final form, but this is getting there. I mean, this is definitely, talking with Javi and everybody, the spring rates, we got some good springs in there. I had the front limited a lot more. I had these top hats extended quite a bit, and now I have them pretty much as short as they go, so hopefully everything's all good there. Well, it's that time. We got Jared. Everything's all set up. We're gonna need some new decals for the hatch this year with the new hatch and all the modifications. But with all the different stuff, the new control arms and added bias and changing the spring rates and whatnots, we got to get her back on the scale, on the alignment set up in the scales and everything, and get her dialed back in. So we got some crazy tow going on here, and so we're gonna start getting that sucker dialed in. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not squatting. Do you need my wrench? To double wrench it? Like I had to? I had to double wrench mine, man. It was a rough game. I need just a little love. Little bit of love. Alright. It took both of us. We're gonna go double 24.5s again this year. I actually need to perform a heist of my own wheels back. Oh, you did the other side, didn't you? Oh, because it might change. Well, definitely the toe and such. The camera hopefully shouldn't change, but other stuff might be. All right, so huge shout out to Jared. We got this thing all straightened out. The rear radius rod on the front here shortened up and on now, 24.5 back on the rear. Adjusted it for the bump steer because there's quite a bit of bump steer. Extended top hats, trying to limit some of that bump steer, limit how high it goes. You know, with the more weight on the front. If I had a gas tank in the back, I could drive it right now, honestly. I do have exhaust leaks, back pressure, and EGTs. I've got the compression fittings right here to do the back pressure stuff. I just need to whip up the hard line, how I want it, and figure out where I'm going to put the canister. But the CRX is right around the corner. A bunch of little things to get ripping. We need to get some window latches in here and dial the sucker in. But goodness gracious, does it look good now, guys. So this year we are monster trucking a little bit more than last year. The rear, that's due to the top hat on the shock. The front, because it is the same spring that was on it last year, just a different top hat. Instead of it being like a normal style top hat, it's got a Heim on the top now, so it's more like that, you know. So it perched it a little bit lower, changed the position of the shock. And then the front, the extended top hats, different spring, and then just set ride height. So we set ride height at about 3 inches, around 9 pounds, and 8-9 pounds in the tires. If we go any lower, like 7, 7.25, 7.5, it may be tripping the beam. May have to play with some things, but we will definitely see when we get there. Still got a lot going on, just trying to nail this thing down. I need to pop the bumper off one last time, weld some intercooler mounts onto the intercooler, and bolt that sucker down, and then I can finalize the bumper going on. Make sure the battery tie down's tight. Yeah, check the turbo real quick, make sure all that's tight before close it off. Put the bullhorn back on the exhaust. A bunch of little stuff we're trying to check off the list to get the CRX ready to go, but it was a good day, kicking butt. Jared kicked ass. Super thankful. We had the car on the scales, and it is sitting, I know there's no fuel tank in the back, but it's sitting right on par to weigh a little under 2,600 or right at 2,600 with me in it. Right now we're around 2,540. And it's got water, oil, and the motor and trans up here. Just no fuel in the back. My suit and everything is in the passenger seat. It was all in there with me. So pretty much everything but fuel, and depending how much fuel and what I do for fuel is gonna be a variable. So we're really close, guys. I know probably pretty soon or later on I'm gonna go 16 volt and move the fuel cell up here with the mechanical fuel pump. We're trying to nail all that down and figure that out. But for now, we're gonna keep rocking. We got a good size electric fuel pump. It's sufficient to 1,500 horsepower on C85 and E85. If we were gonna keep rocking methanol, we'd probably have to transition right now. The methanol is only good to 1,100 with that fuel pump. And I'm not saying 1,100 isn't enough. It is plenty enough. We've been around 900 horsepower-ish about this whole time. It started making some more jam, definitely these last few events, but the mile per hour and everything, 157, 159 shows that we haven't really been cranked up too much, you know. Mile per hour says a lot. So if we go out there and we go 170 or something, holy crap, hold on, that's gonna be crazy. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking just to make it more efficient at where it was and then go from there. Yeah, one day we're gonna be making the stank and we're gonna be putting it down, but we gotta figure. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not even a licensed drag racer or whatever. I don't have my NHRA license yet. The car certs to 850, I cert to 10.0. So we're still working on that. That's a huge hurdle for me. I need to get my license this year, and then along with getting my license, I'd like to take the next step and just break the cert. So over the winter, we take the roof off, cut the mild steel cage out, put in chromoly cage. Really, I mean, with the amount of bars added, it may be about the same weight, but it could definitely be another bit of weight reduction putting a chromoly cage in here. Along with that, the roof is going to be its bit. It's not a big roof, but it is steel, and every ounce counts. So putting it all on the front here, it's going to be awesome. It's going to help a ton, and we're just going to keep pushing forward. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. I've got a bunch of little stuff going on. You know, you've seen me working on Mario's car and the K-Series, as well as Nick's single cam and everything under the sun. I got to do a head gasket on this one first thing tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everything you guys do. Like, comment, subscribe down below. This is GoofyBuilt, and peace out, guys.